Hey folks, today is September 15th, I think. It's Thursday anyway, 2022. And a few weeks ago, I was over to the welding shop over here in the Mennonite Community. And I was wanting to use his lathe. And well, come to find out that the lathe that I was wanting to use, or the only lathe that he had, I couldn't get the material that I wanted to turn. I couldn't get that through the bore of the spindle. So anyhow, I couldn't do the work that I wanted, but there was another Mennonite guy there too that was having some work done. And I recognized this other guy, and he recognized me. And come to find out, we had met maybe 5 or 6 years ago here at my cabin. He'd come walking through the woods carrying his bicycle, and he was riding the trails and stuff through the woods here. And we chatted for a little while and introduced ourselves and whatnot. And of course, over those 5 or 6 years, we'd forgot about each other and forgot each other's names and whatnot. And we introduced ourselves to each other again, and we got chit-chatting and whatnot. And he says, he asked me if I liked sweet potatoes. And I says, I sure do. I says, I prefer sweet potatoes over regular potatoes. And he says, well, come on over in a couple weeks, and my wife has been digging up potatoes for the market. We sell them on the market, and we've got over 2 acres of sweet potatoes. And he says that a lot of the tomato or the potatoes, I don't know why I want to keep calling them tomatoes, but he says that a lot of the potatoes, well, not a lot of them, but some of the potatoes they can't sell on the market because the market just doesn't want them. They don't want the big ones and the real small ones that just don't appeal to the general public to buy. And so yesterday I decided, well, I'll go over and, and he told me where he lives and everything. So I stopped by there yesterday, and sure enough, he ended up giving me 2 of these boxes. These are 1 bushel size boxes, and he gave me 2 boxes of them full of sweet potatoes that they just can't sell to the market. And he says we're just overloaded with them. And I was only wanting maybe 1 box, but he says you might as well take 2. And I says, well, yeah, I might as well. I can always can them, and I can always make sweet potato bread and can that too. But we got the boxes loaded in the back of my truck here, and says, do you like apples? I'm like, I'm not really a fan of just sitting down and eating an apple, but I says I can probably make some applesauce. So he goes back in the shop, comes back out with this here. He says this is another product that the market doesn't want them because they're a little bit out of, they're not perfect for the market, and so the market doesn't want them. And so anyhow, I ended up with a bushel of apples and 2 bushel of sweet potatoes. So I've got a bunch of canning to do, and a lot of work. So thanks for watching. You all take care, and God bless.